We got ourselves Team Red with AGH going up first. We got Exotic in the back, Smerald sitting in the back, Zer playing that, Demonology some more, and we got Aragon cheating up his mock to play the Frost DK, and it's going to be Team Blue, Team Alliance with Dalaran. We got Fort in the back, Riker chilling, Rimuru also chilling, and Athaman going to be the first man running, trying to go for the big Judgment build. So everybody in the Mother is going to know exactly what he's doing, exactly what he's playing. So maybe Athaman is going to try to juke us out on the Judgment build, taking a lot of damage in the opener with a Mallet to follow. Athaman just had to pop a bubble right here. What is the damage by ATS? She gets out of it. Athaman might just have to pop defenses early. That's going to be a Hand of Freedom trying to see if he can get around. That's going to be Blink for ATS. Double Blink doesn't get to keep casting the Greater Power with a Double Blink. If he got that Greater Power off, that would have been a bubble or a dead for Atham. Might just have to bubble here. He actually might just have to bubble. He's dead. He's dead. Oh my god, Atho. Oh my god, the Mage was taking it for a walk. I knew that Mage just had an advantage over Paladins, but never that much advantage. Oh my god, ATS is just on a whole nother caliber. He's one of those EU Mage gods, dude. What is this? Freezing Athaman in place, Hand of Freedom coming out. No, does he get it? Does steal it immediately though. He's like, yoink. And it's gonna wait until after he can get him in a breath. Athaman also running adaptations. I would think maybe with adaptation he might be able to have a play around this. I think Athaman needs to get stuns into ATS. A lot more stuns, man. He needs to get that CC early. Stop ATS from doing this much. Oh, Trinkets out of it into a stun. Is going to finally be able to get himself some resources rolling. Can he get himself some big setup here? Trying to go for the big Judgment build. That's going to be a Polymorph into... Oh my god. Polymorph into a Ring of Frost. Oh my god. No, Athaman actually just... He's just screwing without expectations. He just bailed out of there immediately. He does need to get on top of ATS. Does land a slow with it's a Hand of Hindrance with Blade of Justice. Is going to give ATS that Hand of Freedom, however. Hopefully it's not the Hand of Freedom that gives you extra movement speed. But it's going to be ATS just literally running out with a breath in the face. The Polymer follow. Going to get Athaman a full heal up, but that's going to be another Greater Pyro. I don't think Athaman's going to play the Judgment build here against this guy at all. Oh, and a Ring of Frost. If ATS has a big setup, he could end him right here. Oh, he has a bop anyway. Oh my god, Athaman dropping super low. And ATS does have cooldowns. Combustion coming out. Stun into ATS blocks it. Oh my god, Athaman's still alive somehow. How does that happen? Missing a breath. Oh, he's so lucky. Has to go for flashlights immediately, dude. Oh man, I don't know. That Judgment playstyle might be the end of him, dude. I know he wanted to give it a go, but ATS is the worst man to be going up against worse for the Judgment playstyle. It's going to be freeze immediately. ATS probably going to go for Polymer for all we know. Athaman's going to go for Hand of Freedom. Steals it immediately. ATS looking to get up close. Breathe in his face again. Athaman just needs to watch out for the breaths, man. He's going to get himself a bit more AoE. The more holy power Athaman gets to spend, the more beefed up the Judgment becomes. But I don't think that Judgment lasts there for too long. Does get a Rebuke onto the Polymorph. ATS doesn't want to cast fire damage into Atha. Trinkets out of the Hodge as Atha does get himself wings. And that might be an instant Shield of Vengeance as soon as he can get it. Paladin to follow Atha, trying to get up close. Is he going to go for the blood of the enemy? Is he going to try to go for big damage? That's actually a minute-long wing. Still staying on him as best as possible. Hand of Freedom coming out is going to probably be stolen immediately. ATS does not steal it, but he does go for a bit of that. Oh, he does steal it, looks like, but he does go for a bit of Fire Blast, Wombo combo. Athaman, man, he's just not having a good time doing this. Just not having fun with those breaths in the face and the polys and Greater Pyros. I feel for you, man. I feel for you. It's going to be Ring of Frost. No bubble for 3 minutes. Let's have him way out of this, man. Let's have a way out of this one. Greater Pyro's coming out with Pyroblast chucking out at him back to back. Flashlight does get him for a last second. Flashlight in there. Hodge onto ATS. It's going to have to go just for flashlights in his face. I would at this point just pop wings and start healing yourself as best possible. Still continue to go for as much AoE as he can. Trying to build the holy power whenever possible. We might just have to actually, he might have to wait for a bubble before he goes for burst. Continue to go for AoE. As much AoE as he can. And as much alpha. Oh, is he going to go try for big damage? Does Temporal. That is Temporal. Could go for blood of the enemy. Nope. He goes for minute-long wings instead. With flashlights, continue to keep himself afloat. Oh my god. Getting those Templars as much as he can. He might just have to wait for the bubble before he goes blood of the enemy. He might just have to. Let's get you a breath into a poly. He's going to be able to break out of the poly immediately. Does go for a bit of AoE. Shortest polymorph in the world. The greater powerless is going to connect. It's going to be a Hodge. Does it go for the big setup here? Could this be it? There's no block available. It's going to go for another flashlight. Still building up for a big judgment. Trying to make that thing work. Oh my god. That might be the worst setup here. Playing a Paladin against the Mage is already bad, but after having to delay his judgments for the big setup of damage, that is too hard, man. That's going to be Blade of Justice. Another polymorph. Oh, he's going to lose his buff, isn't he? Oh my god. Ring of Frost out of that polymorph. Does land that Greater Pyro. Is going to chuck out a second Greater Pyro. Try to get ahead of Athaman with a root. Hand of Freedom coming in. Does have himself caught or combustion rolling. Trying to blink around. Athaman does get himself a Shield of Vengeance at the perfect moment. That's going to be another blink for ATS. It's going to be Malik too. It is going to be Malik. Hodge coming down. Does Athaman have anything here? Trying to go for a setup. Has her pony out of there and has to go for a heal. Hoping that Malik falls off very soon. Gonna chance himself heal. I don't even know who to root for here. It looks like ATS is just in a rune to win, man. Does interrupt on fire. Athaman might be able to actually get some damage in onto ATS. Hand of Freedom to follow. Gets stolen immediately. Has wings that he can go for. Blood of the enemy missing. No! His blood of the enemy missed. It's not going to be able to go for the big judgment anymore. Still huge damage out of the... Oh my god! Turning this damage around onto ATS. Temporal, the good portion of it, but still a lot of damage going through. And Athaman just had to bail out of there for a second. That's going to be interrupt onto Athel's heal. That's going to be Ring of Frost to keep him low. No, it doesn't actually land it into an interrupt onto the fire. Oh my god. Hodge onto ATS. Athaman get himself another set of wings. Another judgment just bonk him. Maybe this way Athaman is just going to abandon the judgment playstyle. ATS try to see if he can get a cast off. That's going to be Polymorph from a distance. Getting Athaman the full reheal. I don't even know who I'm rooting for anymore here, boys. I really don't know. Athaman trying to get as much damage as he can while the bubble is up, trying to get through his shield of ATS. Does break through it, finally can do some damage to the health, but that's going to be a breath immediately. But it's not going to go for a polymorph. Actually, try to see if he can go for an invis. Athaman is on top of him with a temporal to fall. He can still get cauterized out. That might be a Hand of Freedom either. Athaman might just have to wait just a little bit. That's going to be adaptation immediately into a second poly right afterwards, into a third poly. ATS is looking just to reset here, not looking to get any kind of combat. Does he have a breath to follow? He does have a breath, but no polys here. He's just having to walk away from Dragon's Breath. He might have DR'd Athaman in the worst way possible. It's going to be a Hodge with an Execution Sentence. Could maybe be a big judgment here as Athaman is continuing to get himself more AoEs. He could go for a big bonk here. Try to go for Execute. It's going to be cauterized. Is ATS done right now? Oh my god. I don't even know, dude. That was rough to watch. Paladins are just CC'd by mages. Paladins are straight up wheelchair when a mage is in a room. Honestly. ATS had such a good run too, man. It's oh god. He's a little beefy boy. Literally. That's such a good run too, man. That could have been anyone's game. Oh my god, that's gotta be Xur getting himself a Demonic Tyrant rolling onto Atha. But Atha's gonna dodge all those things, line aside all the pets immediately. Might even just go for interrupt onto Demonic Tyrant even. Or just get a slow on that thing and keep running. Actually gonna build a resource off this thing. This actually might be his duel where he might be able to go for big blood at any much Xur, because all those pets, he has all those pets to build resources off of. Xur sending down the Boscage Bombers on top of a stunned Atha, which does quite a lot of damage. Shield of Vengeance is gonna keep him safe for a little bit longer. Try to get to that Feller, but that Feller dissipates at the last moment when Xur needed him. Try to even set up a Demonic Gateway. Is going to be able to bail out of there if he needs to, and it's going to go for it immediately. Try to get another set of gold. Dress Circus is actually having to cast those instead of having those as instant. Athaman trying to go for a big damage. Is he going to go for that big blood of the enemy to Xur? Is going to be Reflect right now with that Shadow Fury. Can't stop it. With it also wall on top of it. And after that was his 1 minute cooldown for wings. He could go for full wings right now. If he has the damage here, could go for a big one-shot onto Xur. Is he going to go for it? He could go for a big setup, or is he just trying to add them by trying to kind of keep the cooldowns rolling, keep the damage rolling maximum off of the Warlock, and then follow that big burst onto the next guy? It's hard to tell what he's going to do with this. Is ponying up. Hand of Hindrance onto Xur to slow him down. As his Xur is trying to recover with his pets, trying to see if he can land a fear. Does land it, but that adaptation is going to keep him afloat. Hodge coming in. Does Atha just want to end him without popping CDs? Does he just want to save that big full momentum setup? The biggest haymaker in the world for the next guy. Trying to get those temporals in. The Fell Lord does disrupt it for a second. That's going to be more damage coming in. Looks like Atha is just waiting out for the next guy. It is going to be Smurled. He could go for a big one-shot and obliterate Smurled. Executor Sentence. Does he go for Wings and Blood of the Enemy? Wings are up. Blood of the Enemy. Big judgment, dropped him down to half health in a global and a bop to follow. Smurl the Savage just run out of there. He actually went for a belf. He did belf off the heal or the bop off of Azeroth. He's going to go for a bit of a disarm. Smurl still not looking all that good though. Having to go for a big enrage regen early, and the athletes just trying to survive this as best possible. Still lots of damage on Smurl. That belf on a bop is insane. It's actually insane. And Athlete's going to go for mid-long wings again, trying to see if he can get whatever bit of damage he can. Fear to fall, he can't break out of it. Smurl is going to get himself a charge shield. Execute available for Athlete. He could go down. He does go down. Oh my god. That Judgment big burst is just too hard to set up sometimes, man. Especially when people know what's up. That is, I probably even shouldn't even call it. I probably shouldn't even say out loud what build he's going for. Athlete should just surprise him with what kind of build he's going for. Just so nobody is like, aware ahead of time. You know what I mean? Insane, dude. And Fortune coming in to take out a kill into Smurled with Aragon, trying to show us that he can play Frost DK as well. As the Goblin Death Knight from earlier is going to get hit with a root. And Fortune is going to bail out of there to the other side of the platform immediately. It's going to be a long one here. Aragon not able to really build up his big setup if he is playing Icy Citadel as a trade. Did you just try to interrupt a Fist of Fury? What if you could interrupt a Fist of Fury? His Fist of Fury and you just like kick him. And it's like, ow, what the hell? Like Rogue literally just kicks him in the side. Big burst onto Aragon with a touch of death too. He actually might be the death sentence for this man. Does get IBF rolling. Super low in health. Fist of Fury locking him down, and now they can do nothing about it. Exodiac as the last man standing on Team Blue as a Paladin. Trying to see if he can make a play. That's going to be Fortune bailing out to the other side of the pillar. Catching him with fights as many as he can to make him, to get this duel lasting just a little bit longer where he can get some cooldown reduction going. You got to wait out some of these CDs. Fist of Fury going to be barraging Exodiac every time. Look at that puny Shield of Vengeance. At this high of dampening, that Shield of Vengeance does very little. Because that shield does count as a heal. It counts as absorb. And Fortune is going to bail out of that for a second. Just trying to port around, dragon kicking around, even popping a ring of peace ahead of time just to zone out the Pala. And it's still going to get himself execute stun. Triggers out of that stun immediately. That's going to be a parry for Fortune. Cancels the Fist of Fury a little bit early. That's a big damage comes in by the Pala. Fortune actually not looking that healthy. Could be an execute out of the Pala. No, he bails out of it just before he can land the execute. The Paladin is still in the chase. Might decide to go for a Mauto, but Fortune only have his images on him. The images don't allow him go anything and do anything. Both of these two are going to go for a bit of a reheal. One of these two dies tonight. Is it going to be Exodiac or Fortune? Exodiac actually went to sleep for a second. He does get hit with the disarm. Does stun Fortune a little bit early. Does get middle-long wings rolling. Can he do enough damage? It's going to be a blessing. I was going to say blessing of protection. But a bubble is what Exodiac decided to go for. He decided, you know what? I'm going to have blessing of protection later for this guy. I can just bubble this. Might have probably done in the other direction because... Oh, no. He's just going to sit down. Is he just trying to go for food? I think he's trying to go for food. I think he's trying to go for mage food. I don't think he's actually just sitting down or laying down. I think he's just trying to go for mage food. Fortune from sitting in the back and vivifying himself to full. I think that's what he's trying to do. He does land the end cap onto Exodiac with a leg sweep. That's going to be a big rising sun kick, trying to get whatever damage he can. Follow with a big bite coming out. Fist of Fury to follow, but that's going to be another Shield of Vengeance. He's going to pop, do some beefy damage back to Fortune in just a moment. Oh. No, he does pre-wall it though, however. He does pre-wall it. Trying to reduce the damage as best possible. And both of these two are just on the opposite sides of the platform, just self-healing themselves. Who's gonna win this one, dude? Who wins? I think, honestly, I think a Monk wins because of the mobility. Monks just can run forever. And that Ring of Peace. Oh my god, he actually got himself in such a good corner that Exodiac can't even stop him. He has to mount up. He has to get some resources like this in cap, and he's gonna go for he's gonna go for that leg sweep or Fist of Fury at least. As soon as he sees wings out of Exodiac, however, he's gonna bail out. Was that full wings? That was full wings. That wasn't even minute-long wings. So Exodiac got a lot of cooldowns rolling already. Unfortunately, he's gonna bail out. Doesn't want to deal with these, but that Hodge is gonna kind of catch him off guard. Exodiac is still gonna go for big chunky damage. Does he have a karma? He does have a karma. Could be a blessing protection out of the Paladin. That's exactly what's gonna be. Unfortunately, he's gonna go for that mobility, setting up a port if he needs to. It's gonna dragon kick across the room. And Exodiac just doesn't have mobility to catch up. Still has wings. They'll be going away momentarily, as they did right now. That's going to be disarm ahead of time with a touch of death. Exodiac does get himself minute-long wings. Zoen spawning for Fortune. Exodiac needs to make a play right now. He needs to go for the kill right here. If he wants to make a chance at this, that's going to be a big touch of death to get him super low. Not enough, however. Just gonna have to go for self-heal as well, or mage food. Yep, just mage food immediately. Force some fortune to poke out and just channel the lightning bolts at him. Again, another hand of freedom. That is exactly what Fortune was waiting for. Or that hand, ring of peace. I said hand of freedom, but I meant to say ring of peace. Hands and rings and hands. Rings go in the hands. That was my confusion. Oh no, Exotic popping the Shield of Vengeance is the last bit of effort. That's gonna be bopping into Fortune. Doesn't do anything without Buying go slamming it in his face. Oh no, he actually got so much healing and damage out of that one. Oh my god. That is incredible, dude. That was a huge touch of death or karma. Nah, I'm pretty sure that was a huge touch of death that got him super low. Because the Paladin Exotic never really hit into that karma. Made sure not to do it. I was so surprised I didn't die to the fire mage with my build, but I was heavily at a disadvantage. My stacks dropped like 3 times in a row. Also, one food.